This WAFL Colts broadcast is brought to you by Electrical Group Training. Considering a career as an electrician, visit egt.net.au to start your journey. Amy, when the bounce serves you a clanger, lucky you're with Amy. And Front Row Screens, your local streaming superheroes.
Hello and welcome to Sullivan Logistics Stadium for round 20 EGT WAFL Colts action. It is Saturday morning and it is a pleasure to be joining you today. My name is Denham Melrose and we've got a clash between the two sides who share this ground, East Perth and Subiaco. East Perth enter this after winning their first two games of the season and following with 13 consecutive losses. Everything looked so roses and rainbows at the start of the year, and it has been anything but throughout season 2026 for them, but they are looking to finish on a high note. Subiaco enter off the back of 4 consecutive wins, looking to go into September with 5 straight. They sit 4th on the ladder. A loss today can drop them to 5th if West Perth are able to get up on Perth today as well. Having a look at the changes for East Perth, Vincent Rock, Seth Marsden, Hamish Regan, William Fairclough, Jordan Gabriel and Golong Gatlawak all go out of the side, and coming into the team, Jet Edwards, Nate Lindquist, Kavan Payne, William Taboni, Ethan Turner and Lucas Whitaker all returning for them. A couple of big ins there in William Taboni and Ethan Turner. William Taboni will captain the side today in the absence of their usual skipper, James Barnard. For Subiaco, Harper Robson, Sullivan Williams, Ben Everley, Thomas Tate and James Bourneman all go out of the side. Coming in, returning Corbin Boylson, Toby McLaren, Archie O'Donnell and Ben O'Shea, as well as a debutant, Angus Abenizio, into the side today. The 17-year-old Wembley Downs product is one of the more talented players running around that has yet to debut at WAFL level. He's kicked 3 goals in each of his last 3 Futures games and was part of last year's Western Australian State 16 side. So looking forward to seeing what he has on offer today, running around in the number 45. There are no late changes to speak of. The last time these two sides met was round 2, and of course East Perth won their first 2 games of the season, meaning the last time these two sides met, it was the Lions taking the chocolates. Now we will see if that holds any weight after the last 13 losses going the Royals' way, but on that occasion it was East Perth 8-11-59 defeating Subiaco 6-5-41, running out 3-goal victors. Ethan Turner led the way for the Royals on the day with 30 disposals and 6 marks, while for Subiaco, Thatcher Simmons had 27 disposals, 9 marks, 9 tackles and a goal. An enormous day for Thatcher Simmons, as well as Sam O'Brien, who had 31 disposals, 9 marks, 5 tackles and 7 inside 50s, which is why he's our Subiaco player focus today. He's averaging 22.9 disposals this year, 4.3 marks and 7.6 tackles. He's laid more tackles than all but 2 players in the WAFL competition this year. As we look for Sam O'Brien to be a star in the midfield again. And for East Perth, it's Lockie McGlade. Lockie McGlade, who returned to the side last week off the back of his 2026 State 18 stint. He was, of course, a member of the 2024 State 16s program, one of the more decorated junior careers we've got here in WA. He's just been invited to the state draft combine. He's averaging 19.3 disposals this season in the WAFL Colts competition, and we're looking forward to seeing what he can bring. Just the 1 goal in 4 games this year, but was 11 goals last year at WAFL Colts level, so we'll see if he can get back on the scoreboard today, and that's going to be the problem for East Perth, or the issue that they've got to tackle. They are 9th for scoring and they are 9th for points against. So defensively and offensively, it just has not been their year. We will see if they've got the answers today. Of course, 3 of their better players in Axel Walsh and Garrison Ken and James Barnard playing reserves over the last couple of weeks. Ken and Walsh returning to the reserve side today, so they are not out there, but we'll see if who they've got out there are able to make a difference. It's a young East Perth side and they've got their eyes looking towards 2027. They were more competitive last week. They came off a couple of big defeats to the 2 Fremantle sides, but last week going down by just the 22 points to West Perth in that derby. We're underway and it is Ryan Warner with the first disposal of the game. Big tackle laid by O'Brien, the man we spoke about, but a little overzealous and gives away the free kick. So East Perth with the first meaningful disposal. Immediately a turnover though, but a strong tackle laid. That was McGlade, you can see there. Warner, front position. There's a whistle, and he's going to win himself a free kick. He is the dominant ruck in the WAFL Colts competition statistically. More hitouts than anybody else in this competition. East Perth going forward for the first time today. They've got the footy. Here is McGlade. Can he make something happen? It's out of trouble. Dishes off a handball. Backwards to Turner. Long high ball. Big fist by O'Shea. This is going to spill to Pereira, who was torn down by the arm. There is a whistle. And he is going to get a free kick. I'm not entirely sure what it's actually for, because I think the tackle ended up being legal. Perhaps it was just that he didn't have the footy in his hands at the time. Either way, Subi to switch the footy. They're going to come out to Payne. Right on the Payne of 50. Happy to switch it back a second time. They'll go all the way across the ground. Beck's going to try and make some room. Gets to a good spot and takes the mark. Shares it down the line with Holbrook. He's trying to bait the umpire into paying a 50-metre penalty. Nothing doing, and then the kick was disappointing. Straight into the middle of the ground. And the next kick's doing nothing but going to the boundary line. It'll be a turnover, and off to meet it is Ethan Turner, who will happily accept the footy. Ethan Turner, noted ball winner. He's had 20 or more disposals in every single game he's played this year. Returns to the side today. East Perth made a little bit of a meal of this, and Subiaco are able to turn the ball over. Reimer dispossessed but got it back. Handball finds Tatata. Then he was ripped off it and stolen away. Now not. Little 1-2 gets it back. He's going to blast them inside 50. One-on-one contest, and the winner was O'Shea. Had Krupi on a lead. Opts to go the other way. Subi just to possess it for a moment. Long kick down the line. It's a strong mark. Taken on the wing there. I believe it's Jax Holbrook. He's going to go long down the line as well. Big pack forms. Gets out the back. Struggling to pick it up there. Really struggling to pick it up. They get it back, East Perth. Lamb did well. Buffeted his opponent off it. Then a nice kick too. Finds the intended target. Happy to just work it around the fat side of the ground. Now they're going to come back with a switch. Gardner was on. They go deeper than that to Allpike. He's going to share it back with Lamb again. Bit of possession footy for the Royals this time. Now the skipper to Boney. Happy to go back and switch again. Don't mind this from East Perth. Can't give up a goal if the opposition don't have the footy, and they have been pretty good at this throughout the year. They're actually 5th in the competition for marks as a team, so they do like to do this, possess the footy and just not rush into anything. Eventually the long kick down the line has to come. Standing in the road was Holbrook. He couldn't end up taking the mark. They've got it back now, the Royals. Sharing it by hand. They're going to switch it back into D50 again. And it all ends with not. They have flicked the magnets around a little bit, these two sides today. Xavier Knott, who leads East Perth's leading goal kicking with 9 goals on the season, playing a defensive role today. They work it by hand down the wing here. They've done well. Get it to Turner. Back to go forwards. Little 1-2 and gets it back again. Sharing it with Saxon Davis. Couple of touches in the chain for him. His kick almost turned over with the mark to O'Brien, but he decked it. And we'll get a ball up. Saxon Davis, one of 2 debutants last week for East Perth. The other, of course, was his twin at the other end of the ground in Hugo Davis. The 2 Saints junior footy club products from down south. That was Payne that couldn't take that mark. Sharing it with Button. He's just going to blast it inside 50. This gets over the back. Could it bounce favourably? No. We'll get a throw in. It's been all East Perth so far in this game. Plenty of possession footy. 17 degrees here at the Good Grocer Park. It is sunny and warming. No rain expected until a light drizzle this afternoon. That shouldn't affect this game in the slightest. As we said, they are coming off a more competitive effort, East Perth, and of course they beat Subiaco the last time these two sides met, so they favour themselves today to make a fair contest. They're on the board with the first score of the game, but just a rush behind. Last week it was Thomas Allpike who led them with 26 disposals. Lockie McGlade, of course, back into the side as Subi turned the ball over here inside 50. Lloyd Broughton does really well, though. Sells a bit of candy, but then he's turned the ball over as well. Well, he couldn't quite pick it up. Good turner, and the ball is out of play. Lockie McGlade, as I was saying, 23 disposals, 8 tackles last week. Padias, 21 disposals. Solberg, 21 disposals. Rubin, 20 disposals. It's been a long time this season since we've seen numbers like that for the Royals. Going in hard to try and win it. That was Bridgham. Couldn't quite. To Tata. They've done well here, Subiaco. They get it to Malloy Broughton, who wants to come back inboard. That's a good kick. Finds Krupi, and they're out on the other side of the ground. Get it to Tata. He was looking for Reimer. Off hands. Comes to Payne. Running and kicking inside 50, and that's beautiful. Gorgeous kick. Finds Guildford, who doesn't seem to be backing himself, wanted to go. In the end, well, the lead doubles back. The kick didn't hit Simmons. Round level, he picks it up, gets a round one tackle. Kick towards the goal square, asking Malloy Broughton to fly. Big fist over the top, forces it through for a behind. And the scores become even. It appears, just based on that little bit of vision there, that they are trying to get Thatcher Simmons the footy inside 50. That may well be the glimmer of hope that he's got in terms of winning the competition's leading goal kicker award. He's at 21 for the season. Thatcher Simmons, 4th place, behind Sam Hookham with 26. Cooper Dudfield with 27, and Trent Robertson with 28. So he needs at least 8 to win it, probably more than that, so it would take a Herculean effort. But perhaps they come into this game knowing East Perth struggles and wanting to maybe feed him a little bit just to see if it's possible. But so far, thus far, it's been East Perth who have done the damage so far. That's a really nice mark taken there by Nguyen. He's got a couple of options leading backwards inside 50. Wants to share it to the 50. A big fly, but no mark taken by Turner, and they've turned it over. Can't. Dishes it off, and they're away through O'Brien. Has a bounce. Goes on the left towards the 50. It's a really nice kick, and they can go inside 50 here. Long ball's going to hit the top of the goal square. Where are the numbers? How does it bounce? Boylston tries to keep it in. To no avail, and it's just the one behind. Royals to bring it in quickly to Taboni. He's got Whitaker. Was he able to keep that in? Just. Long ball down the line. 1-on-2, but the win wins out. Did well. Composed hands. Solberg recognises he was in trouble and just dishes it back. Then a panic kick. Pereira did well to get a hand on it. He forces it Subi's way. Comes out to Hinchcliffe. Little handball over the top wasn't great. Trying to make it work, and they almost have. Shot on goal is wide, though. And just the one behind for O'Brien. Three behinds now for the Lions. The Royals are the home side today, listed on the stat sheet, but of course both sides share this home ground. So Subi more than comfortable here. East Perth, of course, with an eye to next year and looking to finish the season well. That's a nice mark taken by Hinchcliffe. Subiaco, meanwhile, have their eyes on September and trying to make an upset from 4th or 5th position. They can't miss finals. So their focus is elsewhere. Long ball inside 50 and a big mark. Strong mark taken by Guildford. Started the year down back. He's starting to make a habit of this. Shifted up forward about midway through the season. So impressive overhead. Kicking behind after behind can start to get contagious, so he'd want to find the middle ones with this kick. It's fading, but it holds its line enough, and the first goal is on the board to Subiaco through Harrison Guildford. Used the wind to perfection, started it left, it faded right. Guildford on the board and Subi on the board. It took 11 minutes, but we have our first goal of the game. And really it comes off the back of all East Perth. I mean, they had so much of the footy. 53 disposals to 36 so far, but all it takes is a couple of really good efforts. Harrison Guildford able to finish off his strong work with a great mark inside 50. Back into the middle. Hit out one down by Davis, but it's going Subi's way. Sharing it to the wing. It wasn't a great kick. Unable to take the mark was Edwards, though. Got a ball up as they fight out a draw. Patrick Button under all of that. Davis beaten for it by Bishop this time. Lally goes in and just strongmans his opponent down to the ground. They win it out by hands here to Edwards. Gets through a couple. Clean bowls Solberg. Pereira with pace. Couple of handballs and they're going forward now, Subiaco. Well, that's a strong intercept mark. Taken there by Eaton. He's a late into the side 2 weeks ago. Held his spot for last week. 8 disposals in the loss last week to West Perth. They're going forward here again though. McGlade can't lay the tackle. Lally wrapped up by Nguyen. McGlade goes back in a second time. Handball to Solberg. Handball to Button. They've worked this quickly. Patrick Button, he's missed it. He's missed everything. Really great ball movement by East Perth. And then just the 10-cent finish at the end of it. Subiaco get a reprieve as they bring it into Holbrook. That's Jacks. Shares it with Lally. Slow build up as they come down the wing. That kick might be too far for everyone. Pereira claims he got a fist to it or a hand on it. Umpire disagrees. To be a last touch free kick to East Perth. That's a dangerous kick coming into the middle of the ground. They're able to win it back. There's a Royal down holding his head. Back up now. Dangerous kick again, and Simmons did well. Just a deft little touch. He'll dribble it along the ground. Does it bounce for him? It does. Simmons on the board, and Subi have two. What about the deft little touch through the legs of Brady Gardner? In fact, it was Whitaker, and Simmons just nutmegs him. Runs inside 50 and nails his first of the day. Takes him to 22 goals for the season. And that glimmer of hope continues to exist. He'd want a couple more in this opening quarter if he's planning on making a run for that. Over at Fremantle Oval, neither of Hookham or Robertson have kicked a goal. We'll keep a keen eye on that if Simmons is able to put a few together early in this one. But a good start for him, and a good start for Subiaco, and they're going to win it out of the middle again. Lally, quick hands, and they find Detata on the wing. He's already changed his long sleeves to short. They work this by hand. Tata gets a third touch in the chain. No, he was missed with the handball. Goes in and lays the tackle instead. Still might get a third touch in the chain. He does, but his handball, possibly to his detriment, straight to McAlpine. Little 1-2. They're working it back to go forward. Taken by Knott. They've been happy to switch it all day so far, the Royals, and Gardner off on a little bit of a run. 2 bounces in D50. Going all the way across the ground. Kicks to a 2-on-1. Asked a little bit of his teammate there, Bishop. 360, then a nice kick. 60 out from goal, sharing it by hand. They find a target inside 50, they come inside, and it's the debutant, Abenicio, who takes the mark. Noted how he kicked 3 goals in each of his last 3 futures matches at WAFL level. He is a noted goal kicker. He gets a little bit of advice the first game up. And what a moment this would be if he could nail his first in WAFL Colts footy. He'll kick from just under 45 metres out. Only a slight angle. Looks pretty good off the boot. The distance is going to trouble him. Comes off hand. Simmons rode the bump well. Little 1-2. Doesn't have a shot at goal and turns it over instead. He comes out to Button. And East Perth can work it down the wing. They've done well there to find the win. Takes his time. Asking for anyone to come to him. In the end, sells a bit of candy and goes too far outside the boundary line. Another turnover. Subi get it back. Payne. Got numbers through the middle of the ground that could raffle it. Beck. Little handball off to Abenicio. Higher up the ground this time to Pap. Back to Beck. Running through the middle of the ground they are. Someone for Subiaco's in the number 25. We'll have to find out who that is. They weren't listed on the team sheet. Meanwhile, the turnover means East Perth have got the footy back through the middle of the ground with Bridgham. They share it to the wing. It wasn't a great kick, but Edwards made it work. His kick also wasn't great, but over the intended target. In the end, the boundary line beat everyone. And we'll get a throw in. All thrown in. Hit out gets over the back. Fighting for it. O'Brien did well. It's a little handball off to Reimer. Kick left a little to be desired. Not intercepts. Handball to Allpike. Lex on the bounce and kicks long. Couple of Lions in front. Hinchcliffe did well. Handball away to Beck. Going to get it back here. Beck, if the 1-2 works out. He wasn't needed in the end. Well done. The kick through the middle of the ground is dangerous. Big contest to win. And East Perth are going to do it. Deft little tap works. Picked up by Bridgham. Long ball to the goal square. Just needs to pick it up, Nguyen, spin around and convert. And he has. Leroy Nguyen gets East Perth on the board. It's his 4th goal of the year, Nguyen. Bit of a swing man. Already seen him down back so far today, now up forward. 190 centimetre Bassendean product. Game number 21 today. Averages 4.5 marks a game. Couldn't quite take it in the mitts on that occasion, but he was the first to it when it hit the deck. That's all that matters. So East Perth hit back. Warner into the ruck again. O'Brien. Couple of touches through the midfield again. Such a prolific ball winner. That's a good kick too. Finds Pereira. Just able to hold on. Kick to a one-on-one marking contest. Was spoiled away from the Subi player there. Now East Perth win it back. Handball into Badias. Handball backwards. Sharing it around. They get it to Eaton. Then Turner, or Taboni rather. Here is the skipper. Steps around Holbrook, then drops the footy. Got to go back and win it. Lost it at ground level. Holbrook with the great pressure. Then lays the tackle. In the end, the footy gets out of play. And after all that, we're going to throw in. Warner wins it down. Spills out in the Abernizio direction. Hands backwards to Detata. Pick looking for Simmons. It was a really good one and found him. Some space to move. Does anybody come at him? He puts it in the Malloy Broughton direction. And he couldn't quite hold on. Beck goes and picks the footy up. But he's wrapped up by two Royals. Almost ripping down that mark. Judd Malloy Broughton a moment ago. 4 deep in the marking contest. So Simmons lurking here. In the end, Guildford just goes and wins his own footy from his own hit out. But he was far too deep into the pocket to convert that one. Just a minor score as it dribbles through. A whistle. Can't quite see it on our screens, but Guildford perhaps hasn't got up yet. He has not. We hope everything is okay with him. Get a little bit of a break in play here as his teammates pick him up. Does look a little worse for wear, Harrison Guildford. Going to make his way from the ground in the hands of trainers. Doesn't look in a very good way. So he comes to the bench to be assessed, Harrison Guildford, and we hope all is okay there. That's not what you want on the eve of finals. The last game of the regular season. He kicked the opening goal of the day, and he has been so damaging up forward for the Lions. We wish him the best as we restart play. Taboni receives the kick in. Switch it again, the Royals. They've done that on a number of times so far today. That was not. We might get it back. We go to Lamb. It's Guildford. You can hear the applause in the effects mic there. He comes to the bench. Turnover here, Malloy Broughton. It's a hand in the way. Dishes off the handball. Subi going inside 50 again. Can they find a marking target? They did, but it was a man in blue, although All Pike not paid the mark. I thought that was stiff. Goes back and wins the footy at ground level. Clearing kick. Picked up by Pereira. Just a long, deep ball inside 50. Simmons couldn't quite hold on. Detata goes in. Now, is that deliberate? That was just knocked over the boundary line. Might have got away with one there, All Pike. The umpire says throw it in. Less than a minute remaining in this first quarter. It was all East Perth early, but Subiaco ended up kicking the first 2 goals of the game after the Royals had dominated possession. East Perth hit back with the last through Nguyen. Now McGlade. Did well to get through a couple of tacklers. Long ball into the hands of Bishop. His kick's going to find Pereira. Just on the pain of 50. He's going to need one more. Signalling as if he's going to go back and take the kick. He was never going to, but now he's turned it over. Although the killing kick from D50 goes straight into the arms of Pap. So 15 seconds. Just got to send it in. He's got to be quick. Down to 10 seconds. Long ball to a pack. Simmons is under about 5 Royals. Malloy Broughton goes in, wins it. Handball away. The siren beats all. So an interesting first quarter. Not dominant by either team by any means. Subiaco, a little inaccurate at goal, probably cost them a bigger lead than they could have had, but they do have a 9-point advantage as we go into the first break. It is Subiaco, 2-4-16, leading East Perth 1-1-7. Stick with us, we'll be back after the break.
You don't need me to tell you.
Whether you're playing, coaching or umpiring, there's people of all ages, genders and backgrounds in our great game.
Find out more at wafootball.com.au. Teachers have to deal with a lot.
Especially if there's a few troublemakers, hey Bellas.
Give them a hand by letting WA Football visit your school for a lesson in team building, fair play and fun. Search WA Football to find out more.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on, so you can start working and earning faster, so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
Take it from me, great things happen at the WAFL.
Valentine rides and goals.
With free entry for kids, future stars on the ground and a kick to kick at every break. The WAFL is where footy memories start and legends are made. Follow the WAFL on socials or get to a game.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball.
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy.
For me, football is more than just a game, because football can be anything you make it. It can be for friendship, for fitness and for giving back. It's for all genders and ages. It's for those from the Kimberley to the Great Southern. It's for fun, for extra pocket money or for a lifetime career. Football is for everyone, for history and for connection to your community. Football is for all. Search WA Football to find your local club.
Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my time. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my time. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Alright, 'cause I'm free.
Welcome back to Sullivan Logistics Stadium for second quarter action. Here it is round 20 EGT WAFL Colts Saturday morning footy. You're with Denham Melrose, and that quarter was an interesting one. East Perth dominated possession in the early parts of the quarter, but weren't able to convert on the scoreboard until Subiaco kicked the first 2 goals of the ball game, and then an inaccurate quarter cost them what could have been a bigger lead, and East Perth hit back through Leroy Nguyen late in the quarter. So we'll see if East Perth can continue to challenge, or are Subiaco able to put the foot down as they go inside 50 here, but Knott takes the mark. He's been very good today so far, Xavier Knott. Allpike had 11 possessions in that first quarter for East Perth. Cale Rubin with 9 disposals, and that was Xavier Knott's 9th disposal as well for the Royals. The Campbell comes through here Subi's way, and they're going inside 50, and Malloy Broughton comes out and takes one of the easier marks he will ever get the chance to take. We'll go back from 35 metres out. Slight angle. Can kick the first of the second term within a minute of the quarter starting. It's certainly got the distance, and it has got the accuracy. Malloy Broughton on the board. It took all of 1 minute. But Malloy Broughton has Subi's 3rd goal on the board. Benji Beck with 9 disposals for the Lions. Abenicio on debut with 8 touches in the first quarter. Fantastic start for him, and Sam O'Brien, as he always does, with the 7 disposals in that opening quarter. A good start for Subi in this second term, and East Perth hit back. Warner was beaten for it for the hit out. That's a rarity today. He's been giving East Perth first use at the stoppages. Well done there by Taboni. Long ball, Solberg bravely went back with the flight. Picked up by Holbrook. Gives it off to Hinchcliffe. Bumped as he kicks, but it gets to Bishop. Short ball along the deck. It'll work to Lally. Gives it off to Krupi, running through the middle of the ground. Short ball off to Abenicio. Just needs to pick it up. Does. Kick inside 50 as a turnover. Although opting not to mark was Gardner. Went the fist instead. It spills to Young. Working along the boundary line. His kick in board is great. Back to Krupi, who kept running. Bravo, Dylan Young. And Subi, coast-to-coast footy, will give him a chance at a second goal in the quarter within the first 3 minutes. Came off the back of Brady Gardner, at least appeared to have an opportunity to mark that ball and turn it over, but went the fist back towards goal, and it's ended with a shot at goal for Subiaco. So Antonio Krupi makes no mistake. They've got 2 on the board early in this second term. So Subi make the charge. East Perth all year have been unable to quell this. Will they be able to stand up now under pressure? Subiaco are 6th in the competition for scoring, but 4th for point against, so they are hard to score against. And as we move towards September and finals footy, when they go up against the best sides, I wonder if the Lions are going to have the answer up forward. 6th for scoring in the competition is probably not going to get it done against the likes of East Freo, South Freo and Claremont. Thatcher Simmons a big part of what they do up forward, and he has started well today. Speaking of starting well, O'Brien gives off a handball. Bishop wrapped up by McGlade, but not before he got a handball away. Lally dishes it off to Datata, who got one in the back as he kicked. He absolutely did. Now the question is, Does that become down the ground? One umpire paid the free kick down there. The umpire says no, it's got to come back to Datata. 47 from home. O'Donnell really wanted it short. He's lining up as if he's got the distance in him. Now just sets it up to the top of the goal square for the Flyers. Over the back, Holbrook. Malloy Broughton, now he kept that in somehow. Thought it almost looked a bit like a throw. In the end, the kick towards goal was touched on the line. And East Perth will clear, but only as far as Young, who takes the intercept mark. Pereira offering a lead. That's the direction it goes in. Does it get over the back of the contest? He tried to use his body. Spills to Boylston. Kick back into the corridor. Couldn't quite be marked. Little handball was dangerous. Straight to Holbrook, who misses Pereira. And it rolls out of play. Very dangerous here, Subi. Ball to be thrown into play about 25 metres out from goal for the Lions. Warner wins it down, but only to Abenizio. Did very good on debut. Handball away, Pereira tries to find the opposite side of the 50 and did. Datata couldn't quite hold on. He's kicking the Malloy Broughton direction. That is Holbrook, rather. Free kick given away, though, and it'll go East Perth's way. I'm mixing up my bleached hairs. The forward line there, Malloy Broughton and Jax Holbrook sporting very similar looks. East Perth, clear defensive 50 with a long ball to the pack. Trying to stand up and take the mark, Warner, and he did. Impressively, dishes off the handball. Nowhere to go, really, though. They've got to be good now. They might have turned it over, they have. And running inside 50, O'Brien kicks in the direction of Malloy Broughton, who takes the mark. And again, I've mixed them up. It's Holbrook. That's going to be an issue all day. In fact, I'm just trying to make sure I know who that is, because, again, nobody listed on the team sheet is in 24. So whoever it is going to kick from about 35 out and nail it. Subi have their 5th on the board. It's Toby McLaren who is the goal kicker, who was listed in the number 27 for today, but he is wearing the number 24, so we've noted that. But Toby McLaren, the 16-year-old on debut, has kicked his first goal in WAFL footy. So bravo to the North Beach product. Five goals to one now. Warner wins the hit out decisively. And they're away, East Perth. With an inside 50. That is textbook ball movement from the Royals. Their best all day. And they set up a chance at goal through Nguyen. He's already kicked one so far today, Leroy Nguyen. It's looking all right, it's fading, it's hitting the post. Chance gone begging for the Royals. So Subi to bring it back into play again. Great kick too, all the way through to Hinchcliffe. They're going to work it by hand here. Pereira keeps running. Abenizio steps around one, steps around two. Handball back to Hinchcliffe. You've got numbers wide as well. They've got numbers everywhere, Subiaco. They keep running. Little handball off to Young, who puts it inside 50. He has turned it over. Good tackle, strong tackle laid. And we'll get a ball up. That was nice by Beck. Which is what he does. 5.3 tackles per game. He's 6th in the competition for tackles laid. Well, picked up by Saxon Davis. Going back with hands. They want to switch it all the way across, and they've kicked it out on the full. Or have they? It might have gone through from behind. In fact, it has. The comedy of errors leads to a Subiaco behind, and East Perth will bring the ball back into play. Sharing it to the wing, Lamb steps around his opponent, issues a handball backwards. He's going to get it back now, Lamb. Confronted by Pereira, back to Knott, back to Lamb. The two of them work together. Huge bump laid. Boylston lays him out flat. Lamb gets up, but a strong, strong bump. And Corbin Boylston making a statement. Warner couldn't quite pick it up on the first or second grab. Pereira lays the tackle. We'll get a throw in. You go around the grounds and there are no close games being played at the moment. South Freo lead Peel Thunder by 47 points. East Fremantle lead a scoreless Swan Districts by 41 points. And of course, here it, big bump laid, high contact. This free kick will come back to Dylan Young, you would think. It will. 28-point advantage Subiaco's way here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. As Young just picks himself up and makes sure he's okay. Short ball into the middle of the ground, finds O'Donnell. He's going to share it long and wide to Guildford. Kick inside 50. Looking for Pereira. Couldn't pick it up. O'Brien could, one-handed. And then the ball forced out of play. Dylan Young at the bottom of the screen there, you can see coming to the bench just to make sure that he is okay after that huge bump a moment ago. Caught him somewhat high. Lloyd Broughton doing the ruck work and beat Warner to it. Fed out the handball. Nothing doing. We'll get a ball up. Whistle and a warning for both teams. I missed what it was for. Either way, makes no impact on this contest. So, ball thrown up inside 50. East Perth trying to clear. Quick handball away from Bridgham. Holbrook buffeted off it by Whitaker. We're going to throw in. Abonizio on debut leads all disposal getters with 12 for Subiaco. O'Brien with 11 and Lally with 10. And for the Royals, All Pike has 13, Knott with 12 and Rubin with 10. Hinchcliffe doing the ruck work now for Subiaco. But East Perth win it away. Button. Whistle as he kicks, so this one will be a free kick going East Perth's way. Wanted to come back through the middle of the ground. Plays on probably to his detriment there, Whitaker, although that kick is going to work. Finds McAlpine. They want to go quickly. They're going to go long. Big pack forms. It gets out the back. Can Barnard just get a boot to this? Tried to pick it up. Tackled off it. And Kant was happy to just walk it out of play. Deep inside the Royals forward 50. Hinchcliffe won it down. McGlade looks dangerous. Laid the tackle, got it away to Beck. Clearing kick. was intercepted. Turner was on in the middle of the ground. He was ignored. Instead, it's just a long, high ball and asks a lot of everyone, except for Pap, who was able to come in and take the uncontested mark. Switches it. O'Brien. Abenizio runs for him. In everywhere. On debut, Angus Abenizio comes into Holbrook. Switch now to Kant. Has O'Shea and finds him. They've worked this well, the Lions. Coming down the wing. Reimer dishes off their handball. Beck running past. That kick's got to be good. And it was perfect to the 2-on-1. Spinning around Boylston. He's got two options and he found one of them. Right in the pocket. He wanted to come back inboard. Did Tatata. Simmons wants it, but Tatata's going to go around the corner and leave it short. One behind. Long ball through the middle of the ground. Picked up by Bridgham. Posed the three Lions and spun out of the tackle, did well. Kick inside 50, bounces. The wind's dangerous. It comes back to Lamb, just throws it on the boot. Here comes Taboni over the top with the fist. Subi maintained possession though. Pap steps around the would-be tackler and then clears D50 with a nice kick. It gets out the back of the contest to O'Brien, who wants to come through the middle of the ground. Dangerous kick and turned over. East Perth going forward again, although that handball not great for Button. Gives off the handball. Turner just got to break the one tackle. Walks inside 50 and misses. Leaves it out left. They are going to rue some of these chances, East Perth. They're not completely out of the game yet, and a couple of these goals would have had them back in it for sure. Instead, just the 1-goal 3. And Subi maintain a 28-point advantage. Mason Holbrook. Now Kant. To the wing. Finds Bishop. One more kick to Payne. Set him a task and he did well. Bravely going back with the flight. Looks back inboard, but there's no option there, so he's going to have to go long. Exactly what he does, whether the kick was a bit of a scrapper and a floater. Padias did well to intercept, but they've got it back now, Subi through O'Brien, Tatata, and 3 kicks was all they needed to get inside 50 and set themselves up for another shot at goal. And Connor Lally with a chance to get on the board himself. .35 out. Connor Lally. Kick looks good. It's holding its line. It's there. They've got 6 on the board, Subiaco. So Connor Lally adds a goal to his 11 disposals. O'Brien up to 14. Allpike and Turner lead the way for East Perth with 13 apiece, but the game is once again really starting to get away from East Perth. Hope there'd be some fight from them in the final game of the year. Nothing to lose, but Subiaco have got the foot on the pedal. Trying to win it from the middle. Abernizio, quick handball away to O'Brien. Two leading disposal getters. O'Brien will go ahead of him with this one as he gets a second touch in the chain. Sells a bit of candy and goes long in the Simmons direction. It was perfect. Simmons couldn't help but mark it on his chest. Setting up to go around the body. Looking at his second. He's got it. Textbook, he hasn't got it. He hasn't even made the distance. It was perfect accuracy. But in the end, one behind is all that mattered. Can't believe he didn't get the distance from 30 out. Either way, East Perth going the opposite direction. Nice kick from Edwards. Found Button. Looking for Warner and he's got him. In fact, it's Nguyen. Been good today. East Perth's only goal kicker. Long ball inside 50. Asking a lot of McGlade. Keeps it in for the moment. They've still kept it in for the moment, but straight to Kant. Handball away to Holbrook. They go down the line and a nice kick. Finds Tatata. Wants to come inboard, there's nothing doing. Instead, goes long, looking for Bishop. It was a good kick, and he marks and goes the big ruckman. Handball off to Abernizio, who's got targets everywhere. One of them's Boylston, who can take one step, kick it goal, or share it off. Simmons does the same. They work it out just. Malloy Broughton's got to be careful. Eventually they do. They had the 3-on-1. And Simmons, unselfish. So they worked it out in the end. Malloy Broughton becomes the first multiple goal kicker of the day. So the margins across the three games going on at the moment: 47 points, 46 points, and 41 points. Simmons may get to a point in the second half where he rues giving that off, because had he kicked it, he would have been just 5 back, and none of the other 3 leaders have kicked the goal yet in their respective games. Subi going inside 50 again. It beat Malloy Broughton and it beat Boylston. The footy doing all kinds of strange things. Kick out comes to Whitaker. Dishes off the handball to Taboni. Going forward, the Royals. Kick at the feet of Barnard, but he did well. Solberg dishes it off to McAlpine. Now they're going inside 50. Can they finally make this work? Running inside 50 is Eaton, and he hits the post. The second time that woodwork has collected leather today. 1 goal for now, East Perth. As we trickle under 2 minutes remaining. Subi will look to go coast to coast again. Kick is good to Tatata. And 50 as well. Whitaker didn't stand on the mark. So Tatata will be marched just outside 50. Can he find a target going in? Boylston just has to come back at the foot. He's wide open. He's still there. They went longer than that. Looking for Malloy Broughton. They stole it off each other. Who have they paid it to? Boylston's going to be the one. They essentially both marked it. And he probably deserved it, Boylston. He made space and was wide open in there. And he'll have a chance with less than a minute to go to kick his first goal of the game as well. So Corbin Boylston, 25 out, almost directly in front. He misses out to the right. 30 seconds remaining. Probably not enough time for East Perth to go the whole length of the ground. They do well here just to refrain from letting Subi kick another late in the second quarter. Long ball to a pack. Big fly Holbrook. Great mark taken by Pap. He's got to go quickly. 10 seconds. He's limping a little. He's just going to put it long. They need a mark. Simmons is the one, and he's got it. No, couldn't convert on the second grab. He puts it down, and a chance goes begging. He would have had the opportunity, had he kicked the second one, to have tried to kick a third there, and he would have had 24 on the board, and you can tell how much he's ruining it at the moment. But either way, the lead sits at 41 points the Lions' way. They have the advantage going into halftime. Stick with us, we'll be back after the break. It is Subiaco 7-9-51, leading East Perth 1-4-10.
You don't need me to tell you.
Whether you're playing, coaching or umpiring, there's people of all ages, genders and backgrounds in our great game.
Find out more at wafootball.com.au. Teachers have to deal with a lot.
Especially if there's a few troublemakers, hey Bellas.
Give them a hand by letting WA Football visit your school for a lesson in team building, fair play and fun. Search WA Football to find out more.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on, so you can start working and earning faster, so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
Take it from me, great things happen at the WAFL.
Valentine rides and goals.
With free entry for kids, future stars on the ground and a kick to kick at every break. The WAFL is where footy memories start and legends are made. Follow the WAFL on socials or get to a game.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the rock. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball.
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy.
For me, football is more than just a game, because football can be anything you make it. It can be for friendship, for fitness and for giving back. It's for all genders and ages. It's for those from the Kimberley to the Great Southern. It's for fun, for extra pocket money or for a lifetime career. Football is for everyone, for history and for connection to your community. Football is for all. Search WA Football to find your local club.
So now you're here again, knocking at my door. A little too late for, I'm sorry for. The lights went out 'cause you kept cutting the cord, and I started to fade into your gray. See, I finally opened up my eyes, and I saw me coming back to life. That I'd be better without you inside. It's time to be someone I wanna recognize. The future starts right now. I made a reservation, but you never came, so I'm checking out. The fire you stole away, I know one day we'll come back around. The future is now. The future is now. The future is now. I waited for you in the passenger seat. There's only so far I can ride in your dreams. While you were chasing everything else but me, I'm starting to break out from your gray. See, I finally opened up my eyes, and I saw me coming back to life. That I'd be better without you inside. It's time to be someone I wanna recognize. The future starts right now. I made a reservation, but you never came, so I'm checking out. The fire you stole away, I know one day we'll come back around. The future is now. The future is now. I'm not backing down, 'cause the future is now. Not backing down, 'cause the future is now. The future starts right now. I made a reservation, but you never came, so I'm checking out. The fire you stole away, I know one day we'll come back around. The future is now. The future
You don't need me to tell you.
Whether you're playing, coaching or umpiring, there's people of all ages, genders and backgrounds in our great game.
Find out more at wafootball.com.au. Teachers have to deal with a lot.
Especially if there's a few troublemakers, hey Bellas.
Give them a hand by letting WA Football visit your school for a lesson in team building, fair play and fun. Search WA Football to find out more.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on, so you can start working and earning faster, so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
Take it from me, great things happen at the WAFL.
Valentine rides and goals.
With free entry for kids, future stars on the ground and a kick to kick at every break. The WAFL is where footy memories start and legends are made. Follow the WAFL on socials or get to a game.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the rock. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball. Don't tell
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy.
For me, football is more than just a game because football can be anything you make it. It can be for friendship, for fitness and for giving back. It's for all genders and ages. It's for those from the Kimberley to the Great Southern. It's for fun, for extra pocket money or for a lifetime career. Football is for everyone, for history and for connection to your community. Football is for all. Search WA Football to find your local club.
Welcome back to Sullivan Logistics Stadium. It is round 20 EGT WAFL Colts action. You're with Denham Melrose, and the first half of that game was all Subiaco. East Perth had the majority of the ball in the first part of the first quarter. After that, it was Subiaco kicking 7 goals to 1. Really, the 9 behinds as well. It could have been a bigger margin, so they've left a couple of chances out there. We'll see with a more accurate second half whether or not they can put a real percentage boost on the Royals here. Not that it matters. They're going to win the game, you would think. And win means that they will hold on to 4th position. The only position they could move to was 5th with a loss and a West Perth win later on today. We get started again for the second half, and it's Warner straight down to McGlade, who's gone into the midfield. Missed away. Hitting it hard. Bishop did well. Hit it at pace. Dishes off the handball. Subia away again. Payne couldn't quite trap it at his feet. O'Donnell steps through a couple of would-be tacklers. Did well. In the end, it comes out to Krupi. Little kick down the line. He's going to work. O'Brien had Pereira out in space. He sold the candy, then went on the left, and a big fist out of play. Nicely done by Lindquist. Ball thrown back in. Warner pins it down, but O'Brien first to it. Handball going nowhere. Eaton wins it backwards. Big fly over the top from Button, but couldn't mark. Solberg trying to get through. In the end, he need Pereira in the face, I think. Ends up with Bishop. Long ball to a pack. Players bravely going back with the fly. It spills to Simmons. Dishes off the handball to Beck. Back in board. Handball's got to work. Deft little tap out to Simmons. One more handball. Can they make this work at goal? The snap is wide. And just the one behind. Got a whistle here. Not sure what it was for though. Play continues with the kick into Taboni. Long ball down the line. The wind's going to set himself to fly off hands. Balls to Button. Just got a handball away to Solberg. Couldn't pick it up at first or second. The wind goes and does the same. Wrapped up by O'Brien. A little bit of feeling in this all of a sudden. Ball thrown up immediately by the umpire. And he's going to pull out a free kick and a whistle going O'Brien's way for a hold. Kick back inboard. Finds Beck, gives off to the runner in Holbrook. We got away from the tackle somehow in the end, kicking the Pereira direction, stolen from him. The mark taken nicely in the air by Turner. He goes straight away, kick to a contest. Boylson, big fist, spills down to Young. He's ditched the long sleeves as well. Kick inside 50, comes off hands. Boylson went again. Tackle laid. We'll get a ball up. It looks like the Magnets have been thrown around a bit, even more so than they had been at the start of the game here. 42-point advantage to Subiaco. Another whistle off the ball here has been plucked out. It's going East Perth's way down the ground. There's a bit of confusion. Is it going to be a Subiaco free kick? It is. It's a Subiaco free kick, and it's going to the goal square. Well, I can't quite figure out what's happened there, but in the end, Boylson's going to run in, kick an easy goal for Subiaco, and they'll start us off in the third term. Confusion and controversy. Still not sure what happened, but the result is 6 points going the Lions' way. For those keeping track at home, despite the 48-point margin, this is the best game going on at the moment. South Fremantle lead Hill Thunder 11-11, 77 to 1-5-11, 66-point advantage there. And at the Goodgrosser Park half-time, it is East Fremantle 11-8, 74 to Swan Districts, one behind. An absolute belting brewing there. Meanwhile, Subiaco have done everything right in this one. Quick hands down to Beck. O'Brien fights through one tackle, just got a handball away through the second. O'Donnell after it, in fact it's Abenizio. Did well, gives off a handball, can't. Kick went backwards, probably not what he intended. It's going to get out of play as well. So East Perth will bring this back in through Button. In fact, it's Kavan Payne. Looked at McGlade, looked at Solberg. Sells a bit of candy on Beck, then kick into the pocket is very, very wide. And out on the full. Be brought back in by McLaren. One of 3 Lions out there with the bleach blonde hair today. Flying over the top, Beck, didn't get hands on it. O'Brien at the spill of things. Dishes off to Bishop. Had to be quick, turns it over. McGlade, little bit of space to work. He wants to go long towards goal. One-on-one contest here was won really nicely. Fantastic intercept mark. Comes out to O'Brien. They've turned it over again here though, Subi. McGlade, quick hands. Pedias, Solberg. This would take a real good kick. He just puts it to the top of the goal square. Pap. There's a whistle. The quick kick out was a goal, but there's a free kick going away. And Pap will receive it, I believe, for a high tackle. So Pap to clear. 48 points is the advantage to the Lions. Oh, what a great kick to O'Brien. Made it work. His handball. Bishop just whacks it back inside. Strong tackle played by Boylson. Forces the ball up. The most likely scenario is that Subi will face West Perth here in the first final. Simmons receives a free kick. Looked like he was legged a little. So Subi, either way, they're going to play West Perth in the first final. Just whether or not it's here or at Joondalup. But Subi are well on track to win this ball game. So the likely scenario is that it'll be played here. The winner of that game to take on the loser of what appears to be likely to be South Freo and Claremont. Long ball to the goal square here is marked by Knott, and East Perth can clear through Edwards. Now back through the corridor and finds Pedias, who caught one high after the fact, and he's going to get marched forward 50-metre penalty. East Fremantle's big lead on Swan Districts at halftime means they're almost certainly going to lock up first spot on the ladder. As East Perth switch it around a little bit here, so East Fremantle should get the bye in the first week of finals. South Fremantle will take on Claremont. Dax Holbrook takes a nice intercept mark. Those 3 teams at the top of the table look to be hitting their stride, so Subi will do well to match them. But they've looked very good in this one as they look to build their full strength side as well. They've turned it over through the middle of the ground here. Allpike dishes off to Turner. Puts everything he has into that kick. Looking for Edwards. Spills off hands and Subi collected. The ball of it is Young. Put it out in front of Payne, who gets and goes. Kick towards the 50 is a good one. Finds Malloy Broughton, who goes inside 50. Simmons with the good body work, and then he spilt it again. Another chance goes begging for Thatcher Simmons, and you can see him pleading with himself to take those marks going forward. He did all the hard work in the marking contest and then just couldn't hold on to it. Ball thrown in. Malloy Broughton and Warner. The latter just whacks it forward. O'Donnell couldn't pick it up. Gardner could for the Royals. Ball was spilt. Payne also couldn't pick it up. Bridgham did well. Turner. Little hands inboard. Padias. His kick asks a fair bit of his teammates, so O'Brien goes and wins it instead for Subiaco. To Kant. To Holbrook. That's Mason. They share it to the wing. Imposed. They come back through the corridor. O'Brien was there forever. Handball off to the running Holbrook. Bumped as he kicked. Too late, says the umpire, and it'll be a free kick down the ground. O'Donnell marked it anyway, as they let Kavan Payne know that they're not stoked with the treatment he gave Holbrook on the kick. And O'Donnell signalling that he's going to have a ping. He's good at this part of his game, O'Donnell. Kicks from right on the Payne of 50. It's fading, it's fading. It's just held its line though, I reckon. It has. O'Donnell from outside 50 goes bang. He converts the Lions' 9th. Their lead is extended out to 54 points. And East Perth's woes continue a little further in season 2026. It's gone from hope that they could finish the season well leading into 2027 to, well, let's just get this over with. Season to forget for the Royals. Some talent emerging for 2027. Where they'll look to reset. Bridgham just hacks it out of midair. Pap was the first to it. Goes and wins it. Shares it with Khan, who provided the run. Kick is nice and finds the target. They come inboard to the goal kicker, O'Donnell. Going to go long down the line. Herrera slipped over and it gets out the back. Although the smother was good. Boylston goes off the deck. Simmons picks it up, fights through the tackle, just got boot to ball, goes back and wins his own footy, tops one high, no free kick called. Lamb, his kick smothered. Herrera, it spills to him, his kick smothered. It's all happening. Comes out to Reuben, long ball, Can't with the fist, spills to a teammate, he gets it back, Can't, and then feeds it back. Pap, wrapped up and holding the footy. Well done by Payne. Barnard wanted to take the advantage, but he waited far too long. Payne dishes it off to the runner. They go back inside 50 East Perth, but there is nobody there. Not a good kick, and Holbrook gladly accepts the mark. They're going to come down the wing, Subi. They've got the numbers. Datata. Kick, let himself down, didn't get to O'Brien. Turner. Button. Now not. Kick is a shocker through the middle of the ground. Pereira couldn't get to it in time though. Payne beats him to it. Dishes it off to Davis. Now it's with McGlade. Davis could have kept running past. He stopped. So McGlade goes short, and that's a really nice kick and a clever kick by Lockie McGlade. He's been good today. Doing his best in a tough situation at the moment. He sets up a shot at goal. He'll have to be kicked from outside 50, so the distance will test him here. Couple of Lions back on the line, preparing to fist this one through, should it not make the distance. But it looks like it will. At least it's going to go right to the line. There is the fist. Nguyen didn't look like he got first hands to it, but he's paid the mark. So the only goal kicker for East Perth today is going to get a chance at a second. Gives himself a little bit more room to work with. He'll spin around on the right boot here and kick the goal. So Nguyen has 2 and the Royals have 2. Now, in actual fact, I've realised that the 3 leading goal kickers in the competition, Trent Robertson, Sam Hookham and Cooper Dudfield, are all not playing today for their respective sides. So Thatcher Simmons actually only needed the 8 goals to win the award for this season. Had he taken all his chances so far today, he'd have 4. O'Donnell's going to get a look at his second right here from a much easier angle and distance than his last. But you can tell why Thatcher Simmons has been so frustrated with himself today. Nate Lindquist giving him seriously close attention there as O'Donnell comes in and converts his second. So the instant response for Subiaco. Nine minutes remaining in the third term. Sam O'Brien up to 27 disposals. Angus Abenizio 22 disposals on debut. Staring down the barrel of a 30 bomb in his first game of WAFL Colts footy. We knew he was talented, flagged it coming in, but he's been better than we ever could have imagined so far in this one. Meanwhile, for the Royals, Ethan Turner back in the side today has the 18 disposals to lead all comers for them. Bishop goes with a huge hit out. Whistle and a free kick pulled out here. It's going O'Brien's way, so he'll have disposal number 29. And he'll pump it inside 50. Long ball in the Simmons direction. The big fist away was impressive. And spills to a teammate too. Bumped as he kicked and no free kick though, so this will come back to the Lions. Tata could have used McLaren inside, still can and does. Might give it back to Tata. He runs by, chooses not to. Instead he chose the wrong option overall, smothered by Whitaker. Gives it off. Kick is a turnover though. Standing in the road is O'Shea. Did well to take that mark. His kick dangerous as well though. Ruben fists it out of play. A little bit of kick to kick. Ends in a throw in. A 54-point advantage to the Lions here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. Top 5 was pretty well set coming into the round, so you can understand perhaps why some clubs here have opted not to play their stars or rest a couple of players coming in. Hinchcliffe dishes it off to Croupier, gets past him to McLaren. In the end it does come out to Croupier, he couldn't pick it up. Good hands by Taboni to Solberg. Can he nail one? Shot at goal is good. Keita Solberg on the board. So they end up with 2 goals in the quarter thus far, the Royals. Nguyen and Solberg becomes their second goal kicker on the day. Goal number 3 for the season for him. His first season of WAFL Colts footy, game number 11 for the year. Cale Rubin, the sole Royal out there who's played every game this year. Just kicking the Simmons direction. Again, Lindquist with the fist away. So he goes in and lays a strong tackle over the boundary line. That attention Lindquist is giving him. He's shoulder to shoulder all day. You can see him even now bumping him and hounding him, refusing to allow him any room. He was almost holding him there. Speaking of holding, O'Brien's had close attention all day, but not on this occasion as he runs inside 50 and nails it. 30 and a goal now for O'Brien. He's been everywhere, the dominant player on the ground. A nice finish with the outside of the boot. And this young man who I flagged pre-game as our player focus, showing us all his talent today. Star bottom major. 23 disposals a game this season. And he's finishing on a high note as he heads into September, is Sam O'Brien. As we get a little trickle of rain coming down here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium, that's unexpected. Wasn't supposed to hit until late this afternoon, but not that it's going to affect the result. Subiaco have that well and truly in the box seat at the moment. Strong tackle laid by McAlpine. Hit out one down, Solberg goes in and wins it, just got a handball away. Picked up by Young, quick hands. O'Brien does well to win that handball out. Holbrook to Detarda, has a man wide if he wants him and uses him. That was Pap. He can share it with Krupi, who spills the beans. Has time to go in and fix it though. Finds Abenizio. Disposal number 25 coming up for the debutant. He's been fantastic. Long ball to the top of the goal square. The Flyers are there. Spills to ground level. Picked up by Malloy Broughton, then dropped it. Goes in and lays the tackle with the second effort. Forces the stoppage. Warner. 23rd hit out for him. Subi have just 12 as a team. Finished the regular season as the #1 ruck in that regard from a hit-out standpoint. That's not a great kick, but it slips through to Beck, who can have a sider and puts it through. Benji Beck, welcome to the party. Certainly wasn't how they drew it up, but Benji Beck happy to oblige. He's had 20 disposals and can add a goal to his total as well. So less than a minute remaining now in the third term. The lead out to 10 goals. Warner wins it down again, but only as far as Abonizio, who gets it back on the second. Gets his handball away. Beck stripped McAlpine, but only for a moment. Solberg goes in and wins a hard ball, wrapped up by Abonizio. Ball comes out in the direction of Eaton. He was pushed off it. Lally. Now Eaton picks it up but can't get anything going. Get a repeat stoppage. It'll be 10 seconds once this ball's thrown up. Not enough time as Taboni is pushed off it. Snap towards goal, gets out the back. Button couldn't quite hit it at the pace he wanted to. And Subi will finish with ball in hand. We've got a quarter to play here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. East Perth have their eyes on 2027 and Subiaco have their eyes on September. It is Subiaco 12-10-82 leading the Royals 3-4-22. We'll be back after this short break.
You don't need me to tell you.
Whether you're playing, coaching or umpiring, there's people of all ages, genders and backgrounds in our great game.
Find out more at wafootball.com.au. Teachers have to deal with a lot.
Especially if there's a few troublemakers, hey Bellas.
Give them a hand by letting WA Football visit your school for a lesson in team building, fair play and fun. Search WA Football to find out more.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on so you can start working and earning faster so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
Take it from me, great things happen at the WAFL.
Valentine rides and goals.
With free entry for kids, future stars on the ground and a kick to kick at every break. The WAFL is where footy memories start and legends are made. Follow the WAFL on socials or get to a game.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the rock. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball. Don't tell
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy.
For me, football is more than just a game because football can be anything you make it. It can be for friendship, for fitness and for giving back. It's for all genders and ages. It's for those from the Kimberley to the Great Southern. It's for fun, for extra pocket money or for a lifetime career. Football is for everyone, for history and for connection to your community. Football is for all. Search WA Football to find your local club.
Weather looms here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium as we get started in the final quarter in just a few moments' time. It is Subiaco leading by 10 even goals. 60-point advantage for them. Taking a look at the around the grounds and at East Fremantle, they are 87 points in front of Swan Districts. South Fremantle, 87 points in front of Peel Thunder as well. Siren sounds here as the umpire holds the ball aloft. The rain continues to trickle down, and Warner and Bishop do battle in the ruck. It's Bishop that wins it down, but East Perth that win the first clearance. Barnard flicks it up to Turner. Tried to handball it to himself, was wrapped up in mid-air. O'Brien goes and wins a quick one. Kick across goal is dangerous. Showed a lot of it to Taboni, but Tatata takes the mark. O'Brien starting the quarter off just where he left off. Exposure number 32 for him. Kicked the goal late in that third quarter as well. Pereira has run hard all day. Takes this mark. Runs inside, kick towards the goal square. The weather really teeming down now. Fist to the deck. Can Malloy Broughton or Young get a fist, or get a boot to it rather? They cannot. One behind for the Lions to get us started in the final quarter, and it is really coming down now. Turner, little 1-2. Kick out in the McGlade direction, goes to ground. O'Brien picks it up. Short kick was really clever to Young. He kept running. Decided to not have a ping at goal. Instead wanted Simmons, but he was surrounded by 3 Royals. His hopes of winning the leading goal kicking for this competition just about quelled, as he's been dealt some close attention all day. Angus Abonizio on debut has 27 disposals and 6 marks for the Lions. Benji Beck with 20 disposals of his own. Malloy Broughton, ground level, going nowhere. Get out one down towards the goal square. East Perth are going to clear D50. Coming to meet it. Whoa, wow, was Edwards, and he was dealt with a big bump. It might have been Boylston again. Not for the first time today. O'Brien climbs over the top, but couldn't take the mark, so turns tackler. Physical contest. Moments ago was brilliant. Warner wins it down to McGlade. Gives off the handball. Taboni, O'Brien after him, streaming after him, steaming after the footy too. That might have come off a boot potentially. No, just a throw in. $93 points, 92 points, and 61 points. The margins in all 3 Colts games going on at the moment. Pereira after this one. Eaton just accepts the tackle, and he's decked for his troubles. Ethan Turner leads all comers for East Perth with 21 disposals in this one. No one else has more than 16. There's McGlade, who's fought hard all day. Long ball down in the Podias direction. Couldn't mark, but did well to win it at ground level. They've turned it back over, though. O'Brien again is absolutely everywhere. He's determined that he'll have 40 in this one. Kick to the wing. Reimer just throws it on the boot. That's going to work to Simmons. And he gets his moment against Nate Lindquist. He'll have to kick from outside 50, but he's got this in him. Perhaps in dry weather. See what he can do in the wet. Places a foot on the paint at 50 and goes long. He absolutely had the distance in him. Just couldn't convert. And he remains stuck on 1 goal. East Perth happy to possess the footy for a moment. Switch it again. Turner off on a bit of a run though. Dishes off the handball. Kick in hope more than anything. Intercepted by Pap. Swinging handball straight to Podias. Kick in the Solberg direction. Bit of time to collect. Run to 60. Kicks it to the goal square. One-on-one contest. It gets out the back. And runs over the goal line rather for one behind. O'Shea, not sure where to go. Wants the down the line ball, but the fist from Ruben puts it out of play. Haven't seen Harrison Guildford since the first quarter when he came off injured. Appeared to be quite worse for wear, so hopefully all is okay for him. He was the opening goal kicker of the day, and he's an important piece in what Subiaco do, so as we head into finals footy, we wish him the best and hope that he will be able to make an appearance in their first final, which at this rate will be against West Perth, as Pereira's wrapped up and gone, holding the footy. Strong tackle from Podias. Nothing on short, so he's going to go long. To the goal square. McGlade is down there. Nobody flew except Pat, but he couldn't take the mark. McGlade goes back at ground level. Sells one dummy around Pat. Goes the outside of the opposite boot. Would have been something heroic. It didn't have the distance on it. One behind, and Pat brings it back into Young. Kick inboard. Finds Holbrook. That's Jacks. Back to Young again. Interesting that he and Datata started in the long sleeves, and as the game's gotten colder and wetter, they've ditched them for the short. There is Datata. Beautiful pickup by Hinchcliffe, considering the dewy conditions, the damp conditions. Gets it to O'Shea, and then he kept running, Hinchcliffe. Kick down the line. Pereira's got some room. He's quick. He might take the man on. He does. Handball inside. Mason Holbrook, rather. From outside 50, goes long. And hits the behind post. We'll get a throw in. All held back into play. 15 out from goal. Malloy Broughton wrapped up by Barnard. The tackle slipped a little high. The umpire was blind to that. Warner wins it down. Simmons couldn't get boot to ball. A whistle and high contact. And it's going to be a Subiaco free kick. Might be O'Donnell. Might be Abenizio. It's neither. It's Connor Lally. The three big bodies I could think of. Connor Lally's already kicked a goal today. And a chance at a second here. He will kick from the top of the goal square. He's yet to kick a goal in 2026. Today I was going to say he's got two. Has he snuck it in? He has, just. Two for Connor Lally. He did his best to miss it in the end, really. But he found a way to kick the goal. My apologies, he has kicked 2 goals today. I was looking at his reserve stats from his 5 reserves games this season. But goal number 4 for the season for Connor Lally, the first multiple goal kicking day of his season. It's multiple goals once last year. Serves as that big body midfielder for the Lions. Complements the likes of Beck and O'Brien as well. And speaking of big body midfielders, how about the day of Angus Abenizio? You can see him there inside in the number 45 on debut. 17-year-old, 27 disposals, 6 marks. That's how you welcome yourself and announce yourself to the WAFL Colts competition for sure. Beck gives off the handball. There is Abenizio. Somehow got through the contact. Pereira wrapped up, managed to get a handball away. O'Brien just goes off the deck. Young. Abenizio. Holbrook, that's Mason. Good kick into the middle of the ground. Pereira dropped the mark, then went back and got it. Was whacked hard and high. Wins the free kick. And it's going to be 50. I think there was abuse. So Pereira will be marched inside 50. He's worked really hard today, Kyan Pereira, for all of his touches. Plays on, kicks in the direction of Simmons, and he's got him. So Thatcher Simmons, who's had about 5 chances at goal today, only been able to convert the 1. And a chance at a second now. The leads in the other 2 games out to 105 and 107 respectively. And this would make it a 72-point ball game here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. Thatcher Simmons comes in and just sneaks it home. He's got 2. And they get around him because they can sense his frustrations from today. Miracles can happen. He's 5 short of the leading goal kickers in the competition. You'd say it's pretty unlikely that he gets there, but maybe with the lead looking the way it does and him just converting that one, Subi will look to feed him through the last 13 minutes of this final quarter. He's done a good job on him today, Nate Lindquist. Just the 3 touches himself, but a bit of a tagging defensive role, if you will. He's hard to stop, Thatcher Simmons. He still had the 15 disposals, 7 marks and 2 goals. It's still a good day. Just not the heroic day he hoped for, as Subi win it again through Hinchcliffe. Button back with the flight, wrapped up by Abenizio. Who needs just 1 disposal himself for a 30 disposal day on debut. Pereira continues to work hard and run. Kick out in the O'Donnell direction. 1-on-1 opposed to Allpike, who did well at first, then slipped over. The ball stays in. O'Donnell, handball to Krupi, missed him. Stolen. Bridgham couldn't quite. Barnard goes in and wins it. Allpike's kick smothered and then knocked out of play. We'll get a throw in. Some of the South Fremantle players, as they lead by 111 points, might have been thinking they were a chance to run down East Fremantle's percentage with their big win. Little do they know, the Sharks are up by 107 points themselves. So the ladder will stay as it was coming into the round. East Fremantle, South Fremantle, Claremont, Subi and West Perth. As that marks spilled there, we'll get a ball up just inside 50. Of course, in the league later this afternoon, it is must win for just about everybody. Ridgeham, McGlade, Krupi, Lally, they're all fighting for it at ground level. Krupi managed to somehow get a kick away, but it's going to trickle out of bounds. South Fremantle in the league needing to beat Peel to confirm their finals spot. East Perth needing to beat Subiaco to do the same. Perth needing to beat West Perth to do the same, and West Coast needing to beat Claremont if they're any chance of getting in, should any of those teams we mentioned first there lose this afternoon. Now, free kick's been pulled out here for holding the footy, and it is going Simmons' way, so not to keep harping on it, but a goal here brings him within 4 with 9 minutes remaining. Stranger things have happened. He's got to go back and convert first. He'll kick from 30 out. Leans back on it a little. It doesn't make the distance or have the accuracy. So another chance goes begging. Turner running off half-back, has a bounce which was audacious. Didn't come back to him at first, but he went back and got it. Now that kick's got through everyone without a touch. So it'll be a lasso free kick. Young will bring it back in. O'Brien returns to the field. He's got 35 disposals and 9 minutes to find the extra 5 for his 40. Kick through the middle of the ground to O'Donnell. Short lead offered, but he's going to go longer than that. Simmons is down there. Gets out the back. Malloy Broughton had a fly. Fighting for it at ground level. This is going to come East Perth's way. Just got to pick it up cleanly. They do. Through to Boney. Dishes off. Long ball in the wind direction. Gets out the back. But then it got through the legs. The intended target. Lally goes in and wins it. Kick in the direction of Krupi, who gives off the handball to McLaren. Little don't argue. Backwards to Holbrook. That's 60 out from home. It's a nice mark taken by Payne. Spins around and kicks to Abenizio, who takes a nice overhead mark. He's had a couple of chances at goal so far today. He'd love one on debut to go with what is going to be disposal number 30 for him. Can he do it? It'll take something special from here. Tied up alongside the boundary line from 40 out. Instead, he just sets it up to the goal square. Where are the Flyers? Over the top came Davis. That was Hugo. As Lamb throws himself into the behind post. There are 3 Royals down from 2 separate incidents. Lamb with the desperate dive on the goal line. And he hit the behind post hard. Allpike and Lindquist were down from the marking contest. But Lamb is the sorest of them all. The trainer runs out here. Our thoughts with Kobe Lamb here, who is struggling with possibly some kind of rib injury after he hit the behind post. Play stops and everyone takes a bit of a breath. 6.5 minutes remain on the clock in this final quarter. Subiaco are going to win this game and ensure that they will finish 4th on the WAFL Colts ladder. Play resumes as Lamb is taken off the field. Now that ball is turned over as it slips through the fingers. Simmons goes in at ground level to win it, but couldn't pick it up. East Perth clear. O'Shea had front position. Boylston had back position. Dangerous kick going across the ground. Warner, 1 fist, then 2. Lally picks it up. Finds some room where there wasn't any. Kick back inside 50. Malloy Broughton trying to do the body work. Now what's the umpire's call here? It is deliberate. So Thatcher Simmons again. Wanted to play on unselfishly and give it off once, twice, perhaps just doing a forward's job and pretending that he was ever going to give this off. As the rain continues to tumble down again. He does give it off. That's very unselfish and very smart. And O'Brien was standing in the perfect position to receive. Well done, Thatcher Simmons. And well done, Sam O'Brien, who, with his 36th disposal here, will have a chance at his second goal as well. Just a reminder, this kid is 16 years old. He comes in, 35 out, and it is dead straight. He's got two, Sam O'Brien. He's never had more than 31 disposals in a game, and he's never kicked multiple goals in a game. Today he's done both. Highlighted it before the game that he was the one to watch. And it's been an absolute standout performance from this kid. He is one to watch. And he will be climbing draft boards right across the country as the bottom major continues to impress. 36 disposals, 6 marks, 2 goals. Less than 4 minutes remaining in this one. The lead continues to climb for the Lions. It's still not that of the other 2 games that are going on at the moment. A 79-point advantage is significant. O'Shea fighting hard. Nguyen goes and wins it. Kick is good too to Edwards. And a couple of options coming at him short. He's going back as if he's going to have a ping. He'll have to kick it from outside 50. So, Jed Edwards. It's going to the top of the goal square. Mark was almost taken at the back by McGlade. Spills to Solberg, who just puts it on the boot and kicks his second. Consolation prize for Ketis Solberg. Reduces the margin down to just 73 points. I say just, given that the leads in the other 2 games are now out to 119 points and 119 points respectively. If you were going to show someone some of our best under-18s footy, you'd probably stay away from today's action thus far. Perhaps West Perth and Perth will go down to the wire tonight out in Joondalup, where they'll be retiring and farewelling some greats of their footy club before the Colts game. In Aaron Black in his 300th game, Shane Nelson, Josh and Sam Rotham, as well as departing coach in Sanzone and CEO in Joe McCarthy. The winds of change at West Perth. Reimer with a bullet inside 50 and a really nice mark in the end taken by Knott. His 5th mark, 16th disposal coming up. Just over a minute to go in the final quarter here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. Solberg, quick handball away as they go down the wing. Mark is taken by Eaton. Takes some grass and then kicks towards 50. Fist from Edwards, brought it to ground. Solberg, wrapped up by Lally, just took it from him, stole it from him like candy from a baby. Gives it off to Pap. Handball is a clanger, intercepted by Warner. Solberg, back to Eaton, just throws it on the boot. 1 on 4 here. Big fist falls down to Beck. Dishes off the handball. Now, he didn't have the footy there, Pap. He was thrown off it and he'll get the free kick. Beck up to 22 disposals himself. Long ball to a pack. Is there time for one more? O'Brien, quick handball. He gets 2 more handballs in the chain. Holbrook wrapped up. Good tackle holding the footy. And that's how we'll end, with Ethan Turner laying the tackle and kicking to Thomas Barnard as the siren sounds here at Sullivan Logistics Stadium on a day where Subiaco have primed themselves for a finals campaign where they will be underdogs, but they come in the best of form. 5 straight wins for Subiaco as they look towards September and a date with West Perth in their first final. It is Subiaco 15-13-103 defeating East Perth 4-6-30. We saw Sam O'Brien with 38 disposals and 2 goals, an incredible display, and Angus Abonizio with 30 disposals and 7 marks on debut. I've been Denham Melrose. It's a pleasure to have joined you on this Saturday morning for round 20 Waffle Footy. We will see you next time.